Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. I just want to go through the scroll down button, but at the same time, I want to go ahead and jump into why we're going to choose an anchor tag versus making the div on clickable. Make it clickable. So, I mean, we all know that the scroll indicator appears on your landing section and visually shows users that the more contents that there's more content below, right? It's an animated user interface element made of a wheel, a dot, and three arrows. We already know that. We went through this multiple times, but this is the section I want to go ahead and make you guys become aware of. So right now, the dot scroll down button is built as a plain div. All right. So right now, the scroll down button is built as a plain div, right? So why is this a problem? Well, a div is not interactive by default. Clicking it does not do anything. There's no link behavior. Screen readers don't know it's meant to be clickable and not semantic HTML. Semantics help both humans and machines. So semantic HTML rule, number one, basically. Use links for navigation, buttons for actions, don't fake them with divs. So accessibility note for non-semantic HTML. So non-semantic HTML needs extra handling for keyboard support and screen readers. A div with a click listener isn't accessible by default. So accessibility note for non-semantic HTML, number two. So div on click equals go to reviews function or method, right, is a common anti-pattern. It looks clickable, but isn't semantically correct or accessible. So I want you guys to be aware of why it's important to distinguish the two. Okay, so here's the difference. So if you look at this slide over here, it shows you the before and after, and it's very simple. So you got to convert the outer div to an A tag with an anchor link. This is all we did. Let's just change this div into an anchor tag. Make sure you close it at the end, because if not, your whole site is going to break. So it's very simple. You don't want to create this div or recreate it and assign it an onclick event like over here. You don't want to do this. That's a fake div. So that's why we called it a fake div. I believe it's in the next slide or the last one, but let me I mean, we already know how this works. The hashtag means look for an ID on this page, and we got the anchor tag href hashtag reviews, and it jumps to the ID reviews, which is placed in the section ID reviews, and this is basically the target. When clicked, the browser looks for the ID reviews, the page scrolls to that element. Your site uses a smooth scroll bar library that makes the scroll animated, not instant. And then which is the anchor plugin. So in your JavaScript, intercepts the click and handles the smooth scroll. So the anchor plugin is obviously in your app.js file. So every ID on the page must be unique. A hashtag review can only exist once. And this is just an example. When you click it, it's just gonna scroll down just a little bit, just so you can see. And we know that already. And why this approach is best: benefit of using anchor tag versus href. Well, with href hashtag ID, well, because it's semantic, the HTML clearly says this is a navigation link and accessible. Screen readers understand it's clickable. No extra JavaScript needed. Your existing anchor plugin handles it. The browser support works everywhere, even without JavaScript. Keyboard friendly, users can tap to it and press enter. Keyboard friendly. Mobile friendly, easy to tap on touch devices. So the reminder is that All the styles for scroll down stays exactly the same. You're only changing the HTML tag from div to an anchor tag. CSS doesn't care what tag it is. It works the same. As long as you have, the appropriate classes on your tags, then you're going to get the same styles from the CSS file or SAS file. And this is just it's just as simple as going to the index.html. You're going to find the div class, scroll down, and then you're going to change into an anchor tag, and then you're going to find the closing line, which is the div, and you're going to change that into an anchor tag. You're going to save it, and you're going to reload your site and click the scroll indicator, and it should jump to the review section smoothly. So there's no need to change anything inside the wrapper tag, which is the anchor tag at this moment after you change the div into an anchor tag. So you don't have to change the scroll down wheel div nor the scroll down arrow tag or div. The divs, they all stay exactly the same. You're gonna get the same style. So that's all I wanted you guys to get out of this. I think this is very important. So once you guys can understand this part, then you should be ready to go to use this type of function or this type of building mechanism wherever you want it, at any of your site, any of your pages. Also, very, very important, all this is done through your browser because of the anchor tag. The anchor tag is well understood by your browser and screen readers. So that's why it's able to do everything that we spoke about here. Semantic, accessible, no extra JavaScript needed, browser support. There you go. That's the part. So just because of is an anchor tag. If you were to use the onclick event on the div, none of this would be available. So, that's the most important part about this whole section here. Okay, that's what I want you to take away from this information that I'm giving you guys at this moment. So take it in, do as you will. I think we all know the best choice is an anchor tag versus an onclick event on a div.